Welcome. Hi, I'm Bobby Brantley. I am the creator, the owner of Sacred Bloom Yoga. And please join us. Join us for our isolating slow flow. And join us for our other classes too. They're all beneficial. This is our very first isolating slow flow. I'm really happy you were willing to try this out since it's a new class. But we are going to target the shoulders today. So that's why I wanted you to have a strap. But before we use this, I want us to create, even at your seated position, and so I want you to get into your most comfortable seat. So you're going to be here for a little while. And if I see that it becomes super uncomfortable and we're ready to shift, I'll have us move out of our seat. But for right now, we're going to take, for our shoulders, just going to take your arms out and go post arms. And for us just to create a gentle warmth, what we're going to do is slowly rotate, left to right, seeing how far back you can get your rotation, and just observing, right, like the space that you have as you rotate left to right. This is what we're using for our warm-up on the upper body before we isolate the shoulders and the neck. All right, and then you're going to come back to center. The next movement we're going to do, we're going to move our arms up and down, but first I want us to set our shoulders. And so we'll want to do shoulder integration, shoulders up to your ears, and then you're going to pull them back and down. Now from that place, really it's like allowing the elbows to lift so that the shoulders stay integrated, and then the elbows come back down. So you might already feel a warming sensation at the back of your neck. Yeah, I do too. And so we're just gonna stay with this a few more. This is our warm up. So when I've done these shoulder classes in the past, I actually sweat more doing this isolation work than I do in an all levels class. Okay, that's the last one there. Now, you're gonna bring your elbows forward to touch and back out. Yeah, and if they don't touch, that's cool too. You don't, like, until those muscles start to open up and stretch, maybe you can, there's like a gap in between, and that's all right. Nice and long through the neck though. While you do this, the head presses towards the ceiling. Great work. We're gonna do about 5 minutes. We only got about a minute left of warm-ups. Now what I want you to do, you're gonna bring your hands up heart center, interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, and you're gonna lift them up. And then you'll release the clasp, elbows come down towards your sides. Bring your hands back to center, interlace your fingers, palms press forward, hands go up. Once you get as high as they can go, you release your fingers, elbows pull down to touch the sides. All right, one more. Hands to heart center. Interlace your fingers. Then palms press forward, lift. And elbows towards your side. Great work. One more stretch. You're going to take your right hand to the left ear. And your chin is going to pull back slightly. And then you resist your hand with your head. This is a slight press. And we'll switch sides. Left hand towards the right ear. Chin pulls back, just a slight pull back. And then you resist, the head pressing into the hand. Okay, release. And a couple of chin rolls. So pull your chin in towards your sternum. And then letting the ear rotate down towards the left, back to center, and then towards the right. And it doesn't matter which side you start with, because we do get both sides. Showing the neck, the shoulders up. Okay, back to center. Now we're going to use the strap. What we're going to do with it to start, so that goalpost arm, and you'll take your strap, just like that, the bend in the arms, 90-degree bend. Now, to set the shoulders, right? Shoulders up to your ears, pull them together and down. Scapula points toward your tailbone. Head pressing high, chin comes back slightly. Nice, and then now you resist, you pull, you're trying to pull the strap in half. I'm like, yeah, my arms are shaking a little bit. And so you can control, right? If that is just way too intense, you have control of how much resistance you give. You're just gonna hold it. Okay, and then release, just pause. If you need a couple of shoulder rolls, you're welcome to take them. And we're gonna do that again. Right, so the goalpost arms, shoulders up to your ears, hold them together and down. Chin pulls back, head presses up. And keeping your chin parallel to the floor, not to the neck. Do you talk funny? Yeah, chin parallel to the floor, pull your chin back slightly. Okay, now add in the resistance. And breathe. And if you feel yourself holding your breath, you can do ujjayi breathing. You can do that cleansing breath. All right, release. And a couple shoulder rolls. All right, then our next one, again with the strap. You're gonna take your left hand up. Your right hand comes to your low back. So as you see, you're grabbing the strap in like this, and you can work your way to walking your hands towards one another. And then after you have that, you're gonna press the hand at your low back into your back. You're gonna pull the elbow towards your spine. Now that front top elbow, it presses up towards the ceiling, and you bring it towards your nose, just as close as you can get it. That elbow towards your midline, towards your nose. Yeah, okay, from here now, pull with the hand that's at the bottom, you pull your top hand down. So you're also getting a tricep stretch. And we just breathe. Elbow pulls towards the wall behind you, towards your spine, the one at the bottom. Okay, release. You might need to shake out your arms, any type of wrist roll you might need. Add that in. And then you take the opposite side up. So for me, I believe it should be your right side if you did your left first. That's the one I had started with left. So now the right hand up, left hand to the low back. Locking your hands towards one another. Now you press the left hand into your low back as you pull your elbow towards your spine. And then the right arm, the elbow pulls towards your nose. Yep. And then you resist and you breathe. And you are in control of how much resistance you give. So if it's too much, you back off a little bit. Since we do hold this for a few seconds, almost a minute. Final breath here. Okay, release. Set your strap to the side, rotate your shoulders, just creating some movement, some action. The wrists even, yeah. Okay, after the strap work, we will go back and forth from using the strap, but right now, we're gonna do those same warm-ups that we did when we started class, so the goalpost arms. And rotating, then left to right. And you can even go really slow with breath. Inhale to center, exhale over. Inhale to center, exhale over. Okay, so this is where that slow flow comes in, using your breath to create the flow, right? Slowing it down. And back to center. We're gonna set our shoulders, still the goalpost arms. Inhale, shoulders up, pull them together, scapulas down toward your tailbone, nice work. Head pressing high. From here, let your elbows, okay, the scapulas, they're gonna slide down your back as your elbows lift up towards the ceiling. And in essence, you end up straightening your arms if you have access to that. And then the elbows come back down, goalpost arms. Okay. Yeah, elbows do the lifting first, and then you straighten your arms. And you bring it back down to center, or goalpost arms. You're gonna do 2 more. Yeah, great work. I like the flow that you've got, the cadence you have to it. And shoulders back down. Okay, rotate out your shoulders. And let's see that we want to add in, we did this. Let's do this one next. So hands at heart center. Interlace your fingers, palms press forward. And then they lift up, scapulas move down your back. And then you open up your arms, elbows come down towards your sides. Isolating the shoulders, bring hands back to heart center, interlace. Fingers, palms press forward. And then up, right? Sending the scapulas down your back as you lift up. Open, goalpost arms, elbows squeeze to your side. And okay, I'm barely breathing here. Like, where is your breath? And can you add it back in if it was missing? Or staying with the cadence if you did have it. Yeah, nice work. And hands back. All right, rotate out your shoulders. You're already feeling the heat? I am, yes. It's amazing how the isolations, they get deeper into the muscles. Okay, we're gonna stretch the head again, so right hand up, take it towards your left ear. You wanna bring your chin in, you're still keeping it parallel to the floor, but then you give the resistance, your head presses into your fingers slightly. Okay, switch sides, opposite arm up, left hand to your right ear. Chin staying parallel, pulling it back slightly, and then resist. Great work, okay, release. Now, so you've been in class before where we've done eagle pose. We're gonna do our eagle arms here. So arms reach out, take your right arm under. Yep. And you might not have access to that full stretch. Even if you're here, if all it is the elbows touching and palms touching, right? Like that's, you're still gonna get into the shoulders. Yeah, great job. Okay, so elbows up to shoulder height. And taking the forearms away from the face slightly so that you have that room to breathe. And now we pull the scapulas together. Thoracic spine in. So when I created that, I got space in between the elbows, right? So that my arms aren't that flexible yet, my shoulders aren't that flexible yet. And that's okay, right? So we're where we are, right? Where each of us are meant to be. And we just breathe, you're pressing, right? We're resisting. Okay, soften, rotate out your shoulders. And we're gonna do eagle arms opposite side. So now the left arm under. You have the room to, wrap it around the forearms. Great. If not, right, there's always the modifications. Yeah, and just play with it a little bit. Like what feels best to you? For me, like it might be here. This is like the I Dream of Jeannie pose. So just whatever feels best in your body. And so now that you have it, you've played with it, you got it. Now we press. Whatever point of connection you have, you press. Scapulas pull together, thoracic spine in. Holding that press, we're really creating action. Building the heat, the tapas. Okay, release. Roll out your shoulders. Great work. This next one's always great. I wanted us to do a little bit of wall work, but we're gonna skip that because we've got other ones we can do. And also there's partner work we can do with shoulders. which maybe we'll do that another day when we're fully open and we have partners in the class. What I want us to do next, we may or may not add the strap, so have it nearby. We're gonna go back into the goalpost arms. It's like we're gonna be waiters though, right? Like we're gonna carry trays. So yeah, palms pull, fingertips pull down towards the floor. Nice. Thoracic spine in, pressing high. And we breathe, yeah. Now we'll add in movement. Breathe in here. Pit of the belly in, elbows lower towards your sides, squeezing in. Inhale, they come back up, wrist press up. We don't go really high, just about shoulder height. And then exhale, rib squeeze in, pit of the belly and elbows lower towards your sides. Fingers pulling towards the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale, squeeze into your center line. Elbows pull in, pull down. Great job. Okay, come back up. Rotate out your wrists. And do your shoulder rolls. I'll tell you what, like it's amazing how quick time goes. We're already 15 minutes in. Yeah. Okay, hug yourself. Walking your hands to opposite shoulders and rotate left to right. So they like the isolating slow flow classes, what we'll end up doing is building the sequence. So the beginning of the week, we'll start closer towards the head. By the time we get to the end of the week, we'll be towards our feet. So it's like a full body workout for the whole week. And then also you'll know like, oh, let's see, Wednesdays would probably be hip days. Wednesdays or Thursdays, we'll figure out the schedule, but maybe that week you're like, oh, I really need some extra hip stretches, and you just take that one for the week, the hip class. Okay, back to center, great work. Yeah, I like how you're seated. So now we're gonna get a side body stretch. Now that we've like warmed up from basically here to here on our back, a little bit in our neck, now we're gonna start to take that stretch down. We're gonna get our sides. So what that is, your right hand lifts up, pit of the belly in, you tip towards the left. And that right hip presses down as you reach up, pit of the belly and tipping further. So even if you take that breath in and you come out slightly, that's fine. Ground back down through the right hip as you tip to the left on the exhale. Inhale, you come up slightly. Exhale, grounding through the hip as you tip over. You're gonna get 2 more on this side. And come back to center. Pause for a moment, get both sits bones grounded back down. Yep, other side. Okay, reach up with that left hand. Left hip presses down as you reach over to the right. You know, connect it with breath. Inhale and kind of lift up and out. Exhale, the hip presses down as you reach over. Great job. Left hip presses down as you reach to the right. Inhale, bringing you up and out slightly. Exhale over. And then come back up to center. Hands onto your lap. Let's just pause. Shoulders alternate, rotating. Okay, now like a little mini cat-cow as we sit here. Yeah, so the shoulders, they kind of like crunch up and you're gonna roll over like you're hugging a ball, and then you open back up. Breathe in and then exhale, round over that ball. Inhale, open back up. Contract, you round. And inhale, you open. And exhale, rounding the shoulder blades. Moving, doing the work, right? Like the scapulas. I say the shoulder blades like the scapulas. Yeah, they come down and then they lift up and you crunch and hug in. All right, pause here. Let's just do a little mini twist left to right. Nice work. Good on time. To think. So we've done, I want us to work our neck. And so, right, what we've only done so far is just press one way with the fingertips in one spot. Well, now what you're gonna do, the fingertips, instead of being close to the ear, there's a rounding that happens from the cervical spine to then the base of the skull. So about where that rounding happens, and then to just the back of the ear, about an inch back, that's where your fingertips are gonna go. And then the head presses up, your chin just slides back. It stays parallel to the floor. Now from there, as you breathe in, really bring that length, and then exhale that slight resistance. So now instead of feeling the stretch on the side of the neck, it's moving towards the back of the neck. Holding it for one more breath. Okay, great work. Other side. Yeah, nice, Andy. Yeah, the fingertips slightly behind the ear, about an inch. Bring in that length, and then resist and press. Even allowing the shoulder to actively press towards the floor, your arm, your elbow to press down. One more breath. And release. Come back to center. Pausing. If you want those shoulder rolls, you're welcome to take them. And then we're going to do head rolls. Bring your chin down. And let the ear drop towards the right shoulder, the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then let the chin move towards your right shoulder. Yeah, nice work. Okay, now the chin comes back towards center, towards your sternum. Bring your head to center. Yeah, great. I want to watch you do that one more time. I want to make sure, because I was showing, yeah, just want to make sure you got it. I think you do. Chin down, head, ear drops down, and then you glide your chin toward your shoulder. And then you glide your chin back towards center. Tuck it into your sternum and come back up. Yeah, we're going to do alternate sides. So just do that from your right side to your left side, moving at your own pace. Nice work, staying with the flow. Kind of maintaining your own cadence, your own pace. Back to center, rotate out your shoulders. All right, where we started class, gold post arms. Rotating left to right. Like, wow, I just gained about 3 inches of being able to go back further. Hopefully you've noticed you've gained some space as well with all this work you've put in. A couple more rotations. Back to center. We're gonna do that lift and tip over. Get both sits bones down. I gotta get grounded. I was starting to fall over. Okay, this time, instead of just tipping straight over, we're gonna take a slight twist. So your right hand up, lift, twist the torso towards the left, and then tip. Yeah, okay, come back up. Did we alternate sides? We just stuck with one side, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. Okay, lifting. You twist your torso to the left and then tip. So we're getting into the low back a little bit and into the outer hip. You come back to center, lifting, rotating your torso towards the left, and then reach. Yeah, great work. I'm gonna do one more on this side. And I like what you did to adjust your seat as you needed. I actually am sitting on 2 blocks. I don't have much flexibility in my hips yet, right? And my hips have always been pretty tight. So whatever you need to adjust your seat, definitely take that time before we go to the other side. Okay, opposite arm lifts up. You reach, or first you create that rotation, and then you reach over. Back up to center, let the arm come down. And then lift, create your rotation. Nice, Andy, yes. We're reaching. Back over. I think Luann would like this class. Being a dance teacher, this feels a little like dance, a little isolations. I'm curious what she'd have to say, like what they would call this in dance. Maybe there's a certain arm position. And rotate and reach. We're gonna do one more. Back to center. Great work. Okay, shoulder rotations. Back to goalpost arms. And you're just gonna rotate left to right. Noticing, observing any space you've gained since the beginning of class. Really, for me right now, I even feel this in my outer hips. I feel the stretch coming down into the hips. Even though we're working on shoulders, see, like that's just another reminder of how our body is connected. All right, back to center. Great work. So now we're gonna do some forward folds. Legs go straight out. I want you to pull your right foot in. Seated forward folds. I know you know what the forward fold is. I'll demo though just in case. Okay, your right foot comes in. Yeah. And length. Pit of the belly, and I want you to maintain a flat back. So if you have access to your strap, you would put it around your, if you need it, you'd put around your foot to help you maintain that flat back around the ball mound of your foot. Using breath to create flow. Inhale, stacking the vertebrae, length, and pit of the belly in, pulling yourself down. Shoulder blades together, thoracic spine in. And holding, building the heat as you breathe. Nice and long through your neck, gaze forward. Okay, switch sides. Left foot in, right foot extends. Taking your strap to the ball mound of your feet. And if you don't, you can always grab your shin too if that's accessible to you, if you don't have a strap. Pulling through the spine, pit of the belly in, you pull yourself down, maintaining that flat back. Thoracic spine in. Keeping your gaze forward, head nice and long, pressing towards the ceiling. Maintaining that resistance while you breathe. Okay, nice work. Now both legs out. And we're just gonna passively fold over. You're welcome to use your strap or just fold it over your legs, either one. Chin in towards your sternum. Left ear to your left shoulder. right ear to your right shoulder. Back to center. And coming up. Nice work. So let's do the goalpost arms again and rotate left to right. So yeah, that last stretch, we got into the low back, got into the back, which connects to the shoulders. So yeah, just be observing now how much rotation, possibly where you're feeling it in your muscles and in your body as you slowly rotate left to right. And one more on each side. Great work. Back to center. Yeah. So we're moving towards our deep rest. You're going to you're going to lay on your back. And a lot of kind of what we did when we were seated, and we slid our arm up, the elbow up. So we are going to do that while we lay on our back. So make sure you have room to do goalpost arms when you lay down. And then from there, when you have that right hand, it's going to slide along the floor. You straighten your arm behind you. And then you bring your elbow back down, let it touch your right side. We're going to do 5 on each side. You're slowly moving, straightening your arm, taking about 4 or 5 seconds to complete a full rotation, full reaching high. So 4 or 5 seconds to slowly pull your elbow back towards your side. And I said 5 each side. I believe we have one more. And we'll get that other side. So pausing at center. Now the left hand sliding along the floor, reaching above you, behind you, however you want to look at it. Elbow comes back down, connects with your side. And then you slowly slide your arm along the floor, reaching above your head. Two more. Then you're going to pause at center and hold. And next up is our supine twist. You're going to pull your right knee in towards your chest. And you're going to take it over to the left. Now, if you have blocks to prop your knee up, your right knee, as you take it over to the left, if it doesn't touch the floor, I suggest grabbing a block, letting your knee rest on the block, bringing the floor to you. Then we'll use breath. You're going to take a goalpost. Your right arm will be a goalpost arm, your back of your right hand moving towards the floor. You're letting it try to connect with the floor. Nice, yeah, just like that. And you're going to breathe into your right lung. And you're going to open mouth, you're going to sigh out. One more breath into your right side body. Open mouth, sigh out. And then taking your breath into your low abdomen. On that right side, open mouth, sigh out. We call that a cleansing breath. Low abdomen fills up. Open mouth side out. And now a deep inhale. You're gonna hold that inhale in for about 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds. Side out, release, let that right shoulder drop towards the floor. And holding the supine twist now. And breathing. A couple more breaths on this side. You're going to slowly pull your right knee back to center. And you're going to then let that right leg extend out. Pausing in Shavasana, both legs out. And now, opposite side, pulling the left knee in. Left knee towards your chest as that right leg is extended out. And then you take the left knee across your body to the right, allowing the left arm to stay connected towards the floor. I say the arm, it might be just the back of your hand that stays connected in this deep twist. And now that you're there, we're gonna do that breath work, 2 breaths into each space. All right, so now the left side body, your left lung really filling out, pressing away from your center line. And sighing out, releasing, softening. The left side fills up. Open mouth side out. Now we move into the left low abdomen. Sighing out. So really we're getting into that left hip flexor with the breath work here into the abdomen. Now that deep inhale, holding it, right? Filling up as much as you can, and you hold it for that 2 or 3 seconds. And as you sigh out, allowing the left shoulder to drop and to release. Couple of more breaths. Oh, nice work. All right, slowly bring that left knee back up and out. You're gonna move into Shavasana. Both legs out. Yeah, arms resting by your side. 5-minute Shavasana here. Before we move into deep, deep rest, that cleansing breath, let's add that in here, filling up. 3 or 4 second inhale, and you're gonna hold it in. Let the oxygen get into the body and it stays. And then sigh out, release, allow your body to rest towards the earth, just letting go. I want you to, as your eyes are closed, I want you to take your awareness into your low back, just observing how it feels. Like all of the lumbar spine, the muscles in and around that area, it attaches to our shoulders. And so when one is tight, right, there might be tension in the low back. So as you observe that space, is it talking to you? Is it saying there's a little bit of tightness? If there is, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to take the soles of your feet flat to the mat. And then you take your feet mat width distance, and you bring your knees together, letting them rest on one another. to really like allow that low back to soften into the floor as you stay in Shavasana. Shoulders softening, allowing the earth to support your shoulders and your head. You're allowing them to rest down into the earth, softening in your neck. Yeah. And then releasing from your shoulders down along your torso, your mid-back, the low lungs, that area dropping towards the floor. And you travel from there down into your low back. You're bringing relaxation, a softness, just letting go of any muscle tension, really allowing the earth to hold your torso up and you release your torso down. Bringing softness, bringing ease. Softening in your jaw. And the muscles in and around your jaw hinge, relax. Take that deeper breath in. You're gonna wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rolling onto your side, pulling your knees into your chest, pausing for a moment of gratitude for yourself. Just thanking yourself for the work and the tools that you have on your mat. You need to find space where you need it. And you come up to seated hands to heart center. Yeah, nice work. Well done. Thumb knuckles up to your forehead. And together we say, Namaste.